Hello friends, welcome to R2P Soft IT classes. Today we are going to discuss software development life cycle models, in which we will study waterfall model, V-shaped model, prototype model. Friends, software development life cycle models. A software life cycle model is a descriptive representation of the software development cycle. SDLC models might have a different approach, but the basic phases and activity remain the same for all the models. First model, waterfall model. Waterfall model is the very first model that is used in SDLC. It is also known as the linear sequential model. In this model, the outcome of one phase is the input for the next phase. Development of next phase starts only when the previous phase is complete. First, requirement gathering and analysis is done. Once the requirement is freeze, then only the software design can start. Herein the SRS document created is the output for the requirement phase, and it acts as an input for the system design. In system design, software architecture and design, documents which act as an input for the next phase are created, that is implementation and coding. In the implementation phase, coding is done and the software developed is the input for the next phase, that is testing. In the testing phase, developed code is tested thoroughly to detect the defects in the software. Defects are logged into the defect tracking tool and are retested once fixed. Bug logging, retest, regression testing goes on until the time the software is in go live state. In the development phase, the developed code is moved into production after the sign off is given by the customer. Any issues in the production environment are resolved by the developers which come under maintenance. You can see the pictorial form: requirement analysis, system design, implementation, testing, deployment, and then maintenance. Advantages of waterfall model. Waterfall model is the simple model which can be easily understood and is the one in which all the phases are done step by step. deliverables of each phase are well defined, and this leads to no complexity and makes the project easily manageable. Disadvantages of waterfall model is time consuming and can't be used in short duration projects, as in this model a new phase can't be started until the ongoing phase is completed. Waterfall model can't be used for the projects which have uncertain requirements or wherein the requirement keeps on changing, as this model expects the requirement to be clear in the environment in the requirement gathering and analysis phase itself, and any change in the later stage would lead to cost higher, as the changes would be required in all the phases. Second one is V-shaped model. V model is also known as verification and validation model. In this model, verification and validation goes hand in hand. That is, development and testing goes parallel. V model or waterfall model are the same, except that the test planning and testing start at an early stage in V model. Suppose we start from coding, then low level design, that leads to unit testing, high level design, integration testing, system design, system testing, requirement analysis, acceptance testing. This is the whole verification phase and then validation phase. Verification phase. First, requirement analysis. In this phase, all the required information is gathered and analyzed. Verification activities include, friends, verification phase, requirement analysis. In this phase, all the required information is gathered and analyzed. Verification activities include reviewing the requirement. Second, system design. Once the requirement is clear, a system is designed, that is, architecture components of the project are created and documented in a design document. High level design. High level design defines the architecture design of modules. It defines the functionality between the two modules. Low level design. Low level design defines the architecture design of individual components. Coding. Code development is done in this phase. Next phase, validation phase. In validation phase, start from first unit testing. Unit testing is performed using the unit test cases that are designed and is done in the low level design phase. Unit testing is performed by the developer itself. It is performed on individual components, which lead to early defect detection. Second one is integration testing. Integration testing is performed using integration test cases. In high level design phase, integration testing is the test that is done on integrated modules, and it is performed by testers. Third one is system testing. System testing is performed in the system design phase. In this phase, the complete system is tested, that is, the entire system functionality is tested. Next one is acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is associated with the requirement analysis phase and is done in the customer's environment. Advantage of V model. It is a simple and easily understandable model. V model approach is good for smaller projects wherein the requirement is defined and it freezes in the early stage. It is a systematic and disciplined model which results in a high quality product. Disadvantage of V model. V-shaped model is not good for ongoing projects. Requirement change at the latest stage would cost too high. Next one is prototype model. The prototype model is a model in which the prototype is developed prior to the actual software. Prototype models have limited functional capabilities and inefficient performance when compared to the actual software. Dummy functions are used to create prototype. This is a valuable mechanism for understanding the customer's need. Software prototypes are built prior to the actual software to get valuable feedback from the customer. Feedbacks are implemented and the prototype is again reviewed by the customer for any change. This process goes on until the model is accepted by the customer. You can see requirement gathering, then design, then prototype, then customer evaluation, then refined prototype, and then final product. Once the requirement gathering is done, the quick design is created and the prototype, which is presented to the customer for evaluation, is built. Customer feedback and the refined requirement are used to modify the prototype and again presented to the customer for evaluation. Once the customer approves the prototype, it is used as a requirement. for building the actual software. The actual software is built using the waterfall model approach. Advantage of prototype model. Prototype model reduces the cost and time of development as the defects are found much easier. Missing feature or functionality or a change in requirement can be identified in the evaluation phase and can be implemented in the refined prototype. Involvement of a customer from the initial stage reduces any confusion in the retirement or understanding of any functionality. Since the customer is involved in every phase, the customer can change the requirement of the end product, which increase the complexity of the scope and increase the delivery time of the product. Conclusion, friends. What is the conclusion of today's lecture? Here ends conclusion. Here ends to a suitable life cycle is very important for the successful completion of the project. This in turn makes the management easier. Different software development life cycle models have their own pros and cons. The best model for any project can be determined by the factors like requirement, whether it is clear or unclear, system complexity, size of project, cost, skill limitations, etc. Example, in case of an unclear requirement, serial and agile model are best to be used as the requirement change can be accommodated easily at any stage. Waterfall model is a basic model and all the other SDLC models are based on that model. That's it, friends. Please subscribe the channel, like the video and do send your feedback also. Thank you very much.